Here I have the Sony 35mm f1.4 GM. It's a G-Master lens, it's the best. Is it? Here I have the Sony 35mm f1.8. It costs only half the money, and I doubt that viewers can actually tell the difference which footage was shot with either one of those lenses. Before we look at the photos and videos, let's take a look at the physical features. The 35mm f1.8 is much smaller, lighter and way more travel friendly. The G-Master is weather sealed. It has an aperture ring where you can adjust manually the aperture with a clicking sound or using the switch even silently, which is great for filmmakers. Now of course if you set it here to A, then you can adjust the aperture automatically in your camera body. To me the most obvious is that we do have an f1.4 that gives you a wonderful out of focus background, and it already has a fantastic center sharpness, wide open. Sure, there might be photography styles that require a fast aperture, but as a street photographer, for example, you might want f4, f5.6 or higher. As a landscape photographer, f8, f11 or higher. Or when you're a hybrid shooter, when you're filming, you don't want that one eye is sharp and as soon as your talent turns the head a little bit, the other eye is out of focus or is blurry. So you might want to shoot at f2.8 or with a higher aperture. Now let's take a look at these photos taken at f1.8. I'm sure the viewer can tell the difference. Yes, I admit at f1.8 the G-Master is slightly sharper, but can you really tell the difference with these images taken at f2? And it's getting even more difficult at f2.8. Or can you tell the difference? Which of these images was taken with the GM lens? Yeah, I can see photographers might favor the GM lens, but how about hybrid shooters? The focus breathing of the G-Master lens is pretty severe. Unless you're shooting from a close-up focus point to further down, you might not even notice this. And there is always the option of in-body breathing compensation. Now unfortunately this crops in onto your picture, so you no longer have the 35mm available. And now let's take a look at the Sony 35mm f1.8. There is no focus breathing. Surprisingly, despite the huge price difference, both lenses perform very similar in terms of distortion and vignetting. Oddly, the Sony 35mm f1.8 is a bit wider than the G-Master. The center sharpness coming from the G-Master lens is better at f1.8, but the more we stop it down, already at f2.8 the difference is barely noticeable. When we're looking at the corners, the G-Master is not as dominant as I expected it to be. Wide open you can definitely see chromatic aberrations. On the 35mm f1.8 the G-Master lens manages the chromatic aberrations so much better. And talking about better, look at this beautiful bokeh balls at f1.8 coming from the G-Master lens. Is this really worth the extra $700? And now let's compare side by side the longitudinal aberrations. Is the GM lens worth twice the money? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I know he won't answer, but I definitely will. If you liked this video, please leave a like and consider to subscribe to my channel. Till the next time, stay safe, stay tuned and take care. Bye for now.